here. Down I fell into the dark Elgin basement.
Down I fell into the dark Elgin basement. I remember what my mother told me about this place in her shrill, high voice.
Down I fell into the Elgin basement, and I remember what my mother told me about this place in her high, shrill voice.
It is dangerous there, child.
Down I went to the Elgin basement, and I remember what my mother told me in her high, shrill voice. It is dangerous there, my child! And as I looked around, I knew that I wasn't alone.
As down I fell into the dark Elgin basement, and I remembered what my mother told me in her high, shrill voice. It's dangerous there, child, you mustn't go there. And then I knew I also was not alone, for there were many things in the basement. Hairy, disgusting creatures, each named after 10 consecutive MTR station stops.
Down I fell into the Elgin basement, and I remember what my mother told me about this place in her high, shrill voice. Oh, it's a dangerous place down there. And I remember that I realized that I wasn't alone, because there were hairy, disgusting creatures, all named after 10 consecutive MTR stations. Hong Kong, Causeway, Wan Chai, Tsing Chai. Fati.
Oh my God.
Down I fell into the Elgin basement, and I remember what my mom said about this in her high, shrill voice. It's dangerous there, my child. And I realized that I wasn't alone. There were hairy, disgusting creatures named after 10 consecutive MTR stops. Mongkok, Causeway, Wan Chai, and to defeat one creature, I realized I had to kiss it.
And I remember what my mother said. And her eyes were like, no, my child. That's very dangerous. And I realized I wasn't alone. And I saw so many hairy creatures named after 10 consecutive stops of the MTR. Mongkok, Causeway, Fasolatido. And I knew that to defeat one, I had to kiss it. And as I kissed, I remembered the immortal words of Cicero. Etiam capilus unus habet umbram.
Down I tumbled in the dark Elgin basement, and I remembered what my mother told me. Don't, in her high, shrill voice. Don't go down there, my child, it's dangerous. And as I fell, I knew I saw the 10 disgusting creatures, for I was not alone, and they were named after consecutive MTR stops. Shangwan, Central, Admiralty, Timsatsoi, Jordan, Yamase, and others. And then I knew that the only way that I could defeat them would be to kiss one. As I kissed it, I knew then. Oh, I knew then. The immortal words of Cicero. Custodiet Ephesus Costaio al Ixnay. Which translated into a 4-verse rhyming couplet would be.
Creatures were named after 10 stations of the MTR in Hong Kong, Hong Kong, Causeway, Bay, Shaw Boulevard, Philippines, and I realized that to defeat the creatures, I must kiss it. So I did, and remember the immortal words of Cicero, Gloria in excelsis Deo, which translated in 4 rhyming couplets meant kindness will cure all because danger will fall when people are kind. They use their mind.
I remember what my mom said about this place. Oh, it's dangerous there, child. And I knew I wasn't alone. I saw here, hairy creatures, yucky. And they were named after 10 consecutive stops at the MTR. Hong Kong, Crossway, Bay, Durgan. And then I realized to defeat them, I had to kiss one. And so I did, and I remember. The immortal words of Cicero, ad majorem Dei gloriam. And translated in a rhyming couplet of 4. It meant, kindness will fall if you are so kind, you have a great mind. And I recited this to the 10 disgusting creatures, and they looked at me and said,
As I fell down to the Elgin basement, I knew there in the dark my mother's voice called me. And she said, "Be careful about things in the dark, it's a very dangerous place." And I knew there were hairy creatures all around, named after consecutive MDR stations all along the island line. And I knew that I had to go down and kiss one to defeat one. And then I remembered the immortal words of Cicero, Etiam capilus unus habecum. In rhyming couplets, be kind to all because you might fall. Please be kind and use your mind. Which really means we are all one family.
High shrill voice.
There were 10
Disgusting creatures around me.
very disgusting
creatures.
and consecutive stops MTR.
Many.
That's why I had to kiss it.
More words of Cicero.
And translation, rhyming couplets and 4 lines.
Couplets.
Kindness will cure all danger
Danger will fall. You must all be kind and use your great mind.
which really means we are one.